Alright, are we coming through? Are we coming through? I need to know if we're coming through. I need to know if
We're waiting for things
waiting
to
for things.
happen.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on you.
Okay, now it's good.
And now it's good?
Yes.
Does that mean that you can hear us?
Yes.
Does that mean that I should stop doing the thing? Does that mean I should do something along the lines of good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Weekly WAYPN.
Oh, the new year!
What is this? What is
the
this?
New Year's. Oh.
Yeah, it's not the
Happy New Year!
It's not the New Year WAYPN, is it?
It's a New Year's.
Okay, alright, would you like to read out Joseph's?
Yeah, see, everybody say Happy New Year.
Everyone.
Crim is very good boy.
Crim is here, yes.
Jack, not good boy. He did not
wish
me. Jack now wish me Happy New Year. Very good, very good.
Well, how about we leave our peoples alone and not harass them and read out the thing like you're meant to.
Getting here with this set. 2 models ready for varnishing and a third almost there. Gonna have to start prepping more models tomorrow once she's finished. I was a bit like not very keen on the antelope. He was looking too contrast painty, but he does more work later on and he's looking very nice.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. But let's take a look at some of these other guys. Yep. You know, primed, Zenithal, going with the motions of things.
Oh, no, it looks like she's having a dispatch moment.
Oh, yes, she does seem to be having a dispatch moment. If you guys have played the dispatch game,
you know what we're
talking about. I like the shadow blob. The shadow blob's looking good. Like, I mean, very basic.
It does what it's meant to do, in my opinion. Meant to do.
Yeah, like, I feel you should not touch it anymore. Like, just leave it.
Yeah, like that's one of the problems with these things. The only thing that I would recommend, if anything at all, is doing a
like
gloss varnish.
Oh, gloss varnish is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, L also say Happy New Year, very good.
Well, didn't I just finish saying...
He said Yappy Hunia on purpose, but that's good. That's good also.
Didn't I say you got to leave these people alone?
Well, I'm waiting for my New Year's reciprocations.
Yeah. You know that we're past New Year now. It's Happy Second Day.
Happy Second Day.
Alright, next up we've got Calvinoni.
And I like this gin.
You got to read out the comment.
It's just a smiley face, honey.
Well, you got to read it out.
There you go. I like this gin. He's so shiny and blue that he looks like he was 3D printed with blue filament.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I wish he had like a little bit more of a... Hey, Iskandar, welcome. Happy New Year. Yes. Very good. I wish he had a better, sort of clearer photo. He often tends to have these sort of very hazy...
Some of the times, but like... You can see everything quite clearly with the back shot.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of like glitter
blue.
paint. Yeah.
No, he might have used a Vallejo.
Oh, that's completely possible. But it's very funny because you know the front, like the genie itself is out of focus, but everything else is in focus.
But I'm not very keen on the steel that he's used for the blades.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. They feel very dull and sort of don't gel.
You know what they look like? They look like silver sandpaper that's covered on top of a blade. Like if you wrapped a blade with silver sandpaper, that's what it looks like.
If you wrapped a blade with...
You know some sandpapers like a sort of a silvery look or a white sandpaper?
I can't say that I...
Or like a pale grey.
No, like I've dealt with like red, I've dealt with yellow, I've dealt with black.
You haven't seen the white sandpaper?
No.
Yeah, it looks like that. You haven't seen this? This is kind of a bit common, you know?
Not really. Not if you're actually working.
Workforce sandpaper. Look that.
Yeah, what grit level is it?
I don't know. It's like Like
You're terrible.
It's like friggin' other sandpapers.
No, sandpapers have grit levels. Like, yellow is going to be one of your courses. That's why you have specific colors, right?
Oh.
And, like, black is really fine.
Well, I don't know what it is. It's a semi-brittle corundum sandpaper. Okay, I don't know what that
You're
is.
useless.
It looks like that. That's
all
the
right,
point.
all right. We are moving on to the next from Calvin.
Oh, I like these dogs. More hounds from War Games Atlantic's The Damned. And this is good. Hey, Larry. Hey, Larry, hello. Forgot it was Thursday. Thought it was tomorrow. Well, today is Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday in the future.
Which is Thursday for you. Maybe you could come on to the chat. The calling.
Yeah, Krim could as well if you like.
The calling could be happening. You know.
All right.
I like these because they have more contrast than the previous hounds, I feel.
Well, so I like these in a number of ways, right? So I feel like these are great. I know this is going to sound a little off. Natural fantasy creatures.
I would agree. They do have a very natural vibe.
Well, because, like, they're obviously fantasy creatures. What I like is the different metallics that he's used, right? Like, they're more natural metallics. Like, we do have a gold here, right? But with, like, the steels, none of them are sort of, like, a sort of glitter paint, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, like, they look like proper metal.
I would love to join the VC, but I'm at work. What?
He's doing a sneaky penguin.
Liars.
So, like, we have these very sort of naturalistic skin tones, right?
Yeah.
And just an absolutely fantastic level of contrast with the metallics, right? And see, you could sort of imagine, like, these are the different varieties of this specific sort of hound type, right? So, like, this is the one you find in Albion. This is the one you find in Chamon. This is the one that you find in, you know, like, fantasy name, right? But, like, the whole idea is, like, with these guys, they do have these very sort of, like, it's a sort of fantasy creature that you can find just about anywhere. But yeah, I think that they look great. I think that this is some of Cal's best work.
Yeah.
I really, really do like them.
Larry says the blue and yellow one looks neato. Well, it's actually a green.
Yeah, it's a
green
like
gold.
it is like more of an aqua blue, right? It's what is it? Stegodon green, which is
Stegodon steel green, but
is a kind of a blue.
It's
I understand what he's saying.
Like
but yeah, with the
tea.
gold, yeah, that one would probably be my favorite one as well. All right, so next up we have it is me. Oh no. It's Facebook doing a Facebook. Well done, Facebook. Okay, so at everyone, we'll be celebrating you in this video and doing a year in review in this first. So, we did a little video celebration of how much we appreciate some of the people in our lives as well as in our community. And perhaps there's a picture of one of your miniatures in there. Second, by the time the next review rolls around, it'll be the start of the new year. So, we are doing a year in review. Please feel free to show off some or just one of your miniatures. You did this year and why it meant so much to you. Why? Because I think it's your way of showing some gratitude to yourself. Because you probably did more than you think you did. And if you didn't do as much as you wanted, show some appreciation for the other things in your life and say why you're grateful for them. For taking time from you. We want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. We hope you have a very happy and prosperous new year.
Yay!
Alright, and then next up we've got Iskander.
Happy holidays, folks. These are the majority of the minis or figurines I painted this year. pretty cool to see them together like this. Yeah, no, like you see this and you're just like, wow, look at all this colorful stuff.
You know, I
love it.
I really feel like this one is missing your Goku. I think
No, the Goku's at the bottom, very bottom there.
What?
Further to the right. You gotta look.
I'm at the furthest right.
Where are you? Where's that one? It's here. Look, he's right there.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so it's on another slide.
Oh,
no,
right.
so like, in my opinion, this is sort of like the hero shot of them,
Yeah.
right? So, like, as an example, I'd probably use this one, but I'd probably have this one here. That's fine, right? Because I think it's a very stylistic one, but I'd probably replace this one or maybe this one with Goku. I understand why he's got because he's got a theme of rider sort of thing, right? And like he's sort of showing off that thing. But I think this shows off a lot of the different ones here. So like I'm thinking more in terms of a showcase. But I have to say, you know, like this does show, I think, most of the variety, especially when you've got this guy here, right? Contrasted against these guys over here. I think that's really good.
Hey, Rumble.
And like, because I think that like this guy I really love, even though I think like on the technical side before the repaint. Do you remember when you repainted him?
I know he repainted. Yep.
Yeah. On the technical side, I actually prefer the original, but I think this just pops more. And I think like it's a whole thing of where like technique doesn't necessarily mean everything if you follow what I'm saying. Like
I like that little hurricane thing as well.
Oh yeah, well see what I really enjoyed was these ones.
Yeah, he's
seeing the process of these particular three.
Yeah.
And see, this is what I sort of want to do with the year in review. Just take a look at some of our previous favorites.
I don't remember some of these minis. I don't remember.
I remember this.
Yeah, but the guy with the afro and the girl kissing the other boy.
Yeah,
I don't remember those ones.
Yeah, I don't like. It doesn't necessarily mean that he featured every single one here. And see, that's one of the things that I was hoping with the years in review. Like, we got to see more of what was done here.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just the recency effect. But this one has to be the one for me. But I guess one of the problems with this one right here is I don't think it shows off the level of skill and talent in any single shot. Right? Like, it really...
You gotta see it in the 360.
Yeah. And I think if you don't, you know, like, you can't quite get it. But I mean, like, so many great miniatures here, man. I think you had a fantastic year. I think,
Very
you know...
colorful year.
Yeah.
I love looking at these. Like, if you had a cabinet, a display cabinet with all of Iskandar's minis, and you like brought someone to like your collection, like someone's visiting him, this is the kind of collection that would catch the eye and be like, ooh,
yeah.
What is this? Look at all these colorful thingy-me-bobs on the wall. And then Iskandar could be like, I painted every one of these. Oh!
Yeah.
And then they are like, wow. Okay, anyway, we should probably move on.
All right, and next up, we've got Larry getting it done, actually putting work in and not just a review.
Yes, I like his little label that he's made for the
Sprue goo
Yeah.
with the Vader head.
Head, yes.
Alright, would you like to read out what he says?
No chance yet to set up my painting station again, so I'm just doing some assembly while I rest and get better. Bunch of little grey men that'll need to become little blue men eventually that have been waiting a couple of years for this. But the castle and Dock Orc are first on my list. I remember the castle.
Don't I know how you feel,
The Dracula's castle still incomplete.
Yep. Well, we've got a box of men that need to be finished, but yeah, so.
Larry says, if I'm spinning, how can I look at it?
Moving on. Alright, so next up. I wish it wouldn't bring up the notifications as we're going along.
Well, it is what it is. What, you have to turn off all your notifications.
I have.
I'm sure you didn't turn off.
No, I have. They're permanently turned off. I have not got any of the notification stuff on, yet it still does it.
What's that you say? These aren't any of the 5 I'm trying to finish before the new year. I think you're mistaken. You must be drunk on holiday cheer, my friend. These are in fact the minis you think I should be painting. Yep.
So, I think it's looking pretty realistic at the moment. I know that these are just base colors and such like that, but I think we'll see them come up a lot with these undertones. I wonder what he's going to do with the lighting, because this is sort of the first time we haven't seen him do that very sort of specific lighting technique that he usually does in the past. I think this marble effect is coming out amazing. What do you think?
I don't know if it's marble, but it looks more like just stone at the moment.
No. Look at the veins and stuff.
I don't know. It looks a lot like very good stonework to me at the moment.
Okay.
Could be marble, yes. Can go either way.
Well, here we've got a side shot. No, it's definitely marble. Look at the veining.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, you can sort of see those very stark contrasts that he's set up at the moment in the face, and a little bit in the shoulder blades at the back.
Yeah.
So we see this tiniest bit of purple right there.
Well, it's because of the pink light, so it has to be set up a particular way.
Well, I think that this is going to look very, very nice. But yeah, it's... Oh, and then we got the bust.
A very, very almost finished bust, it seems.
Knowing RJ, this is nowhere near close to finish.
Yeah, he'll still do a lot of refinement. But it looks like he's doing like a wet cloth look, is it?
Oh, you're talking about where you can sort of see through and see the skin underneath.
It kind of looks like
I forget what veiled. Veiled,
yeah,
is
like
that
a veiled technique.
Is that the?
Yeah, I think he is doing like a veiled technique there. Yeah,
I'd really love to try a veiled model technique.
Yeah, I would like to try that out as well.
It's very difficult though.
Yeah.
It's I think it requires a lot of wet blending and skill.
I think the key, based off what RJ has done here, the shadows are the color of the cloth, and then as you slowly move towards the middle where it's the sheerest, that is like from the color of the cloth going towards the skin color.
Well, it changes perspectives because it has all to do with the location of the cloth rather than anything else.
I guess looking at
but yeah, there's a particular Warhammer miniature that is done in that style.
Yeah, it's one of the high elves with the veil over the face.
Lumineth. Rune Lords? Warhammer? Is that it?
Yeah.
Lumineth, Runeborn, Lumineth. Okay.
Realm Lords.
Oh, Realm Lords.
Yeah, well, there it is.
But yes, so hopefully, I'll show it in a second. Because they go for a very sort of,
there it is.
Yeah, a very different sort of way of doing it with that one. But I think this is like, see, the way that they've done it is very sort of different to the way that he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
But it might just be the sort of scale as well, because this is, you know, different scale. But I've seen lots of people do the sheer cloth on the lady herself as well. But yeah, that's because I think we have this one, and I'd really like to try out a sheer cloth technique with her. Alright, so next up we have myself. Okay, so wait, before Member Monday, remember, it's your year in review. This year, post your year in review. It's Member Monday, hashtag Member Monday. So a whole year is past in a few short days. Another rotation will be complete and you will be older and wiser, hopefully. So what did you learn? I'll tell you something I didn't learn but was instead reinforced. Victories are won not through massive wins but by getting the big thing done. Sorry. Victories are not won by getting the big thing done. They are won through grinding attrition. The process of just doing one step and then doing the next. If you want to get your models painted, you get the painted done by doing one step at a time. That's why I'm so proud of this community who have shown that the process, the journey, this is what is most important. You don't get 100 members overnight, nor 1,000 subs, or whatever your goal is. And it is completely the same for the hobby. You don't get 100 models painted in a day, but you might be able to get them all primed up. This community shows that again and again, that, hey, it's about now. What are you painting now? Not sitting on your laurels from years ago or anything like that. It's about now. So let's celebrate by welcoming our new members. But yes, so, and of course, I wanted to make sure that people knew about that. So, have you heard that there's meant to, have you heard you are meant to do your year in review this week? It's Talk Tuesday. Yeah, I'm pumped for a year in review. This would be the third time that you've said that. I can't read! Christmas stole me eyes! Alright, so, next up, we've got your one.
A year in review example post. My year in review, hashtag year in review. Here are the models that I am most attached to / proud of this year. Let's start from top left. 1. Earlier in the year, some of our WAYPN Discord members wanted to play a Warhammer RPG game and we got excited and wanted to participate. Although we haven't played since, these models that we made to represent each of our characters in Wrath and Glory are very dear to me and the members very much enjoyed them also. It was a very fun and funny time indeed. Number 2, got Logan Grimnar, which is a commission for a WAYPN Discord member as well. We're so appreciative every time they want us to create something for them because we not only love seeing how happy they are afterwards to receive the minis, we also understand that they want to keep a piece of WAYPN with them along with supporting our channel. That holds a special place in my heart. Henry and I love putting our all into these minis that bring us closer to our community and friends across the world. Number 3, Big Bird, as he is belovedly called, or Karatos Fate Weaver, was the most intensive model we had ever worked on. Although it was not our first showcase model, it was one of our biggest commissions to complete at the time. We put in levels of effort we didn't expect to put in, probably to our detriment on the time front. But he is a model that I am proud of because I think it was a milestone marker for myself personally in terms of pushing my skill. It made me realize how much more I am capable of, and I think really bumped up my painting skill level. So thank you, Big Bird. 4. The Red Lady slash Empress. She was also another skill bumping piece for me. On this model, I really think I did well with painting fabric folds and skin in a way I wasn't able to before. Probably because of how well the red recipe's tones complemented each other, it made blending them very forgiving and easy to do. I also tried to be more attentive to skin coloration and wet blending, and this is some of the best skin work I have done. 5. The Ratty Rats. I truly enjoyed doing the Grimdark Skaventide, exploring different mediums and things I would never have imagined to put onto models. Just really unlocked a hobby fun mode for me, and of course the results are also stunning, which helps a lot. This project made me feel like a child again, exploring different crafty techniques and dyeing fur and such, which I've never done before. It was like playing with dolls when I was a kid. I may have developed carpal tunnel, but still, it was a great project. Number 6, Jeanette. Oh, I really love painting her, especially the magical looking skirt using an analogous color palette. Something I really enjoyed about the Understanding Color series, although it didn't really do well on YouTube, which was truly a big bummer, was learning how to manipulate the same color in different ways. And we really thought a series like that would really encourage hobbyists to break their skill molds and help them realize their potential so much more, which is why it was a bit bittersweet for me. Number 7, Bushido starter set. This was a nice character level commission to do. There are memories of the live streams tied with these ones. My favorite has to be the Naruto Fox, not what it's called, because I really pushed myself to do the Maybelline hair with him, along with making the balls on his hair look three-dimensional, so yet another skill bumping project. And number 8, the Great Thunderhawk, our biggest commission yet. It was a pain in the tuchus, but I think we have learned a lot from it as well. It was also my first time doing a proper mural style freehand, which we belovedly called a dream chicken. One side Chad Eagle, the other side a chicken. I remember a member had described it as, that's what your brain imagines an eagle would be, but it isn't really it. Ergo Dream Chicken. Number 9, finally we have Scarbrand. He's probably my favorite model this year because I got to try out a new technique with making raised burn scarred skin effect. And he really turned out great, and I'm very proud of how he turned out. All in all, I'm very appreciative of all these wonderful projects I got to work on because I think they made me a better artist. And of course it helps that the customers were happy with the results as well, which really makes me feel like there is a purpose to just painting a bunch of plastic. Looking forward to more wonderful projects in the new year. I hope to see you guys post your year in reviews as well. P.S. I used an online collage maker. If you guys need help making your collages, link below.
So is there anything else that you would like to add with any of this?
No, I say everything in the post.
Okay, is there anything that you is there anything that you feel, how do you feel about painting this year?
I think some of them like for like these ones are like my best or favorite ones, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think painting this year has given us like a really wide variety of models to work with, which is just has a joy to it, you know. So I think I quite like that. A lot of new things.
All right. Well, I'll move on. So next up, we have more from Larry.
Yeah.
Would you like to read out?
Something's been bugging me tonight. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Well, Larry, I hear that the tip to check for bed bugs is what you do is you run a hot iron on the sheets and then you pull up the sheet and then they'll rise to the surface, and you'll be able to find out if there are actually bed bugs there.
I think he's talking about these bugs that he's painting. These bugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there's no paint on them. They're just being assembled.
Yeah.
Ah.
But he will prime them, unlike some people. Yes.
All right. Well, fair enough. Yes. No, I was just bugging him about it. That's terrible. Right, so next up we've got RJ.
Well, Rumble asks a question. Is there a miniature you wish you'd done last year, and which would you replace to do it?
A miniature I wish I had done last year. I'd say that the miniature that I'd wish I'd done last year was the Lord of Change that is currently on the desk at the moment. And it has nothing to do with anything. I just wish that I was able to get more done. But we're just pushed in many directions. And another part of it is just... I know that this sounds very soft and sounds very sort of... I don't think that it's the greatest, but like... mental fortitude, you need to have a certain level of break, because like though you don't become physically exhausted, or at least I don't, just for me with painting, what often happens is my mind will go into overdrive. It'll just keep thinking and thinking and thinking, unless I've got something on in the background. So unless I'm able to talk to somebody, or unless I've got a story going in the background, like often I will just overthink myself to death. So I need to do other activities, otherwise I'll be in an unhealthy place. So that's I'd say my major limiting factor for me. Alright, so we've got RJ.
Oh, here they are, these sneaky commissions, always hiding on me. Oh, sure was.
So,
but, I mean, look at that flame. It looks like it's real, and it's actually moving. It looks like real fire. So, like, I would love, RJ, if you could take an even clearer shot of that blade, because I'm very curious to see how to do that. Like, I want to try and reverse engineer how you've made that flaming sword.
Yeah, I think it looks absolutely fantastic.
It looks like it's from a video game, and like same with this guy, the snake.
So with the snake, the only thing that I have to say on the snake, right, has absolutely zero to do with the snake. Look at these crystals, they're amazing. And then we've got this sort of goofer sort of snake.
Yeah, but I love how he's done the coloration for the snake, which is it's a really good study in how to make something look almost like a satin finish.
Yeah,
you know, you start with like a super desaturated version of the green.
Yeah.
And then you go like full saturation highlight, and it's like there's no transition.
Very
little transition between. And you have that sort of like satiny, color shifty feel about it. So well,
see, like with this guy right here, I think that it's painted well. Just the sculpt is what I'm saying, right? It's just such a gooby goofer sculpt compared to these very realistic, like, crystals here. And like, because I think that it's like the reason why I pointed it out, right? It's so strange, because if you're going to have something goofy, sure, style is a choice, right? But I don't understand why you mix like high realism with...
Well, with a 3D game style, which is what I think that is going for. I mean, crystals are presented in only like so many different ways, right? So I think it does still match the style. Like if this was from a video game, like I can imagine them sculpting the crystals to look that way.
But yeah, I'd have such trouble painting this.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello, Penguin. All right. So next up, we've got myself, and so I'm gonna read this out quickly, and then I'm gonna move on because essentially, if we've got enough time, I might revisit and go through some of my thoughts with this. But I decided not to put all of them down because it's a bit intense. Okay. Okay, I'm showing off the end of year thing so that hopefully some people will follow. And after much consideration, I decided not to share my almost 2,000 words of verbal diet about these projects. So these were the projects that meant the most to me this year. What meant a lot to you? And so I don't like. It's about what meant the most to me, not the best or favorite, just what meant the most. And yeah, this is them. We will move on to Krisha.
Krisha. Although I had other pieces along the way, starting and finishing 2 big armies was a big sense of achievement. Most of my development was how to paint army quality quickly. I think next year will likely mainly be small projects, which I guess I'll be able to put more effort into on a per model basis. Yeah, like I think if you are working on an army for a while and you've been in army mode for so long, like it does feel like you want to move on to a different mode of being, which is fair.
So for me, I think, Chris, if that's been your goal to do consistent army painting, I think you have absolutely fucking smashed it out, mate. You have nailed your goal. And like, as you guys know, I try and avoid swearing on this one, but like, truly, Chris, you have reached your goal. Like it has been, it's been so lovely seeing an army fully develop.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that this right here wouldn't mean as much if we didn't see just this guy being done up. And like not fully done up, just like, all right, I've done the blues and the pinks are quite rough, and then, you know, we're gonna just sort of go in there. And then was it this girl here? There was one of the sorcerers that we saw done up. I think it's this one right here. And there's a few characters that we saw done up.
We saw him do up a lot of the
Chaos Warriors. Yeah, and just I think seeing that slowly accumulate, and like this is why I want to do the year in review. Because for me, we don't get this, right? And when I say we don't get this, I mean like, so we did the Skaven Tide project at the end of the year, right? But like, it's not like this. There's not 6 vehicles, right? And a whole bunch of dudes. There's not, you know, just a ton of dudes. Like, sure, there's 40 clan rats, but 40 clan rats and 40 space marines are 2 different things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And seeing this evolve over the year, seeing somebody come in and they're like saying, I'm getting a squad done. Just 1 squad a week. And that's what Chris has come in and done. And like, I think this is the epitome of what I want WAYPN to be. Somebody to come in and just go, I did 1 thing this week, 1 thing the next week. The next week, okay, I'm spraying up 3 vehicles at the same time just so that I can get the bases done. All right, I'm doing the highlighting on this, I'm doing that. I don't think I'm articulating myself well. Do you understand what I'm sort of getting at, Sonny?
Yeah.
All right, can you sort of summarize it before I just...
You just want people to do a little bit at a time and keep doing little bits at a time until they finish the big thing.
Sounds so anticlimactic the way you say it.
Yes, but I suppose that's the essence.
But see, I think when you see this, I think it's so much more.
It is the 90% rule. Like, you don't it doesn't come together until it's like at the 90% or like, and then you see it all together and you're just like, oh my god, I did that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? And then you're like, you can't believe it, but you've just been doing it. Just keep doing it. It's kind of like walking towards your favorite item in the distance. You see your favorite item shining in the distance and you're like, hey, it's my favorite item. And then you're just like, you just naturally walk towards it.
Well,
and then you realize like, hey, I'm here. I got the thing.
Well, so on a more personal note, I think one of the things that is a better connection with it is losing weight. So a couple of years ago, I lost 50 kilos.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so when you start out, you see almost no change.
Yeah.
And like I'm heavy again now, so like the thing is there was a whole lot of complications with that, but as people see you change, right, it's funny how people change around you, and it's just that little bit at a time. And then there's some people, and they will say some things, and you're like, and you think to yourself, like, what's wrong with you? I'll just give this one example before I move on, because I think this is sort of the thing that's hitting home. So I used to do HIIT training, which is sprinting as fast as you can for as long as you can, and then you walk as break, and then you go again. So you've got to sprint. It's not run, it's sprint as absolutely fast as you can, right? And that's to get your heart rate at its peak height. And then, a lot of the people in the area I was at was like, oh, you've done really well. What's your secret? And I'm like, well, it's the same thing I told you months ago. It's diet and exercise.
Yeah.
And I met one lady and she's like, oh, did you get surgery? Because she hadn't seen me in all that time. And that's sort of what I'm trying to make the point with Chris.
The change is so drastic that it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It doesn't happen by magic. It happens through the fact that somebody puts effort in each and every single week, and this is the result.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think, yeah.
Consistency is key, my friends.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so next up, we've got Liam.
Oh, we have Liam. Please pardon the less than stellar collage. This was my first time making
That's
one.
alright, man.
And I only had Google Photos at my disposal. Anywho's it. Here's what I suppose amounts to the best of my work from this year. 3 biggest takeaways this year for me. Take my time in my work, try to invest more time for my work, and look into the tools to take better photos.
Yeah, look, and see, some of the times, that's going to be the lessons that you get. But here's the thing with these collages and these end-of-year things. Don't worry about your best. I did put up some of my best work in my one, right? But it wasn't all my best work. For example, I have on my one the what are they called? They're not the game mats. And I have the guy that I made for the Teikoku Diaries. Like, these are not my best painted things, but it's about the lessons learned. I think that you did really well with the Beholder. And look, the way that you get better, like I just finished saying with Chris's thing, is by putting in that effort every week.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll tell you, man, when I was doing the hit training, I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable on every single run. But after 2 years, you know, there was some big changes. And hopefully, you know, I will get back there in less than 2 years this time.
It's not about your best work, but the work you're most proud of.
Yeah, and I think that you should be very proud of this because I think that you've done a lot of things really well with him.
Yeah.
I really like this guy. I think
he looks like a real crab.
Well, he looks like a real fantasy creature, like I was saying with Calvinoni's stuff. You know, like it looks like a thing that could exist. And that's what you want to do with miniature painting. You want to bring people into your world. You want to immerse them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, let us move on to...
Indeed. So calling this aerialist done. So this is my last finished project of 2025. Been an interesting year, but made it to the end. Wishing you all a very happy new year, and I hope 2026 is a great year for you all. There we go.
Alright, Sunny, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, like I think he did pretty well with the skin there.
Mm.
I can actually see why he was doing the really dark folds.
Yeah.
Because maybe in a picture that makes sense. Like it's probably as dark as that. Still a little jarring, but I think it's good for what he's done.
Yeah.
And you know he's moving on to other things, and I think he's proud of this model. Good.
Yeah, well, so I think that the skin works good. I think like it could be improved, but like little things like this where he's done the shadowing along there,
Yeah.
I think is really quite nice. Right? Just nice, gentle shadowing, not like really extreme. I think all of that's really good.
Yeah.
I do think that some of the cloth could be cleaned up down here on the base where the wood bleeds onto it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think it's a good model. I think that you've done well.
I do think that perhaps we need to work on the glossiness of some areas.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd agree. I think like textures are important because this is meant
to be like a cloth.
Yeah, well, I would almost say it has like a sort of silky satin feel.
Yeah.
And like I think if you just went over this with a satin varnish, I think that might like look just so much better. To have those differences in texture, I think that is what could really push this model. Those differences in texture. All right. Anything else to say? Or
no, I think that's everything.
Okay, so next up we've got Larry
Verbose, maximum verbosity. Okay, I'm not feeling 100% yet, so maybe not maximum verbosity. Number 1, Heroes for Hire, Power Man and Iron Fist. Characters I've always enjoyed, and I think I did a pretty good job, especially for the skin tones and yellows.
Well, I think what he did really well is giving this a bit of life, you know.
Yeah, like it looks like a real energy of fire.
Yeah.
Light. Yeah, it's really hard to do that effect, which I think you've really pulled that off.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really well done. And number 2, Mower Marvel Man Thing. Beta Ray Bill, the Lizard, and the Amazing Spider-Man. All favorites of mine since I was a kid. Of these four, Man Thing is my favorite. For whatever reason, the muse struck me, and I did a lot of building extras for the model, like the water, flames, and moss, and the painting just seemed to go right. Pretty proud of him. Fair enough. Yeah, like I know you really worked quite hard on Man Thing. Like my favorite part was the fire, the blue on the water came out really well.
So yeah, I think this is I think the reason, like it seemed like you like struggled a lot with some of the other ones. Like you did pretty fine with Beta Ray build. The only problem you had was the glove. I remember that you're like, oh, the glove is actually a different color, and you're like, and you had some issues with the spoke on Spider-Man and the water coming up with the lizard. But it felt like with this one that you were at peace every time you went to the table. Like the only hassles you had was in making your vision come true. And I think like we had the most fun reviewing that one as well.
Yeah.
Especially with those the background pictures he gave.
Oh, yeah, the background.
Sorry, you say your bit.
I think, like, looking at it again now, the lizard man, the water actually looks real. Looks like a realistic water effect. Like, it doesn't look painted at all. So I think you did really well with these, Larry. Like, these are very, very well painted minis, in my opinion. But yeah, I would have to agree. I think you enjoyed doing.
And I think we enjoyed reviewing that one the most.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up,
we've got 3 horror classics: Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Dracula. The classic horror movie monsters. I don't have a mummy I particularly like, so I don't include one here.
Oh, that must be disappointing for the family get-togethers.
Yeah. So enjoy the paper clipping where the Wolfman got out in the wild. Yeah, those were my favorites.
I think the little is it here? No, on. So this one is where I sort of really, really sort of like that idea. Like, so I think this one, like with that, would you like to read out this one? Let's see.
That number 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Diorama inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's story, The Whisperer in Darkness. I love a good diorama, and this is my first in what I hope to eventually be many. I experimented with lighting and different effects on this one. Yeah.
So I think like this one is good when you sort of have a forced perspective. I think when you look at this specific angle, and like you see this guy with a torch, and like there's something coming out. I think it's like all horror movies. Once you see the monster fully, you don't sort of. It's not quite. And this is also a great shot. I think this one I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed.
It was really it was very mood piece and very nice.
I remember enjoying it a lot, watching it back when you were editing our Member Month March ones. Like that's the one that I think I had the most enjoyment with.
Oh, look at that little blue splashy there.
Yeah,
that's nice.
You want to read out the
Warhammer 40,000 in reverse order. Imhotep the Storm Lord, my first Necron, and a Guardsman from Krieg, which I had a lot of fun painting, but the top for me is the Shock Jump Dragster. I got it and painted it because it's cool, yes, but also in memory of a good friend of mine, no longer with us, who used to make and sell model car bodies for top feel funny car dragsters.
Yeah. We'll move on from that one. So we got the Star Destroyer. We got an escape pod. We've got the album cover to Blue Oyster Cult, I think it was. I
believe it was.
And I didn't really appreciate this one until we did the what's it called? The Thunderhawk gunship.
Oh, yeah.
Because He's got the green and red lights on it.
Which we actually tried to follow for our Thunderhawk.
Yeah, because we used proper, what do you call
paints.
it? Sorry?
Fluoro paints.
No. We used the aerial guidelines for aeroplanes, just like he did, and I don't think that I really appreciated that until, that was done. And then we've got our final one here, which was very cute, which was, what's this?
Dash.
Rainbow Dash? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and...
Looks like real Rainbow Dash.
I think it was very cute, Larry. Very cute. Alright, let us move on to... Oh, it's James!
Yeah, I believe this was everything I completed in the year of 2025. Looking forward to seeing what I get painted in 2026.
So, I think that this was really cool, seeing James do up all of these guys. I think the reason why I had such a connection with these guys is because I've played the Mass Effect games and I had such a connection with them. It's really disappointing that Caden and Ashley aren't a part of this, because they're the human characters you can have with you. There's FemShep and the standard Shep. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed seeing you bring these to life. And I think you did a pretty good job with some pretty challenging sculpts, because I don't think that they're the best sculpts in the world, but I think you did the best you could bringing them to life. Like, especially this thing right here, it's meant to be clear, right? And like, we had that challenge with the spectral heads, and I don't think your solution would have worked here, but I think that you did really well. I also liked seeing you do these guys. I think you could have pushed yourself more on these ones. And like, yeah, I am giving you a bit of a hard time in the end of year review. But the reason I am is because I think that you can get there. Because you've shown like just such a jump in control. So James got me to do a few board game ones early on, and then got to doing them himself. And see, I think the thing with these guys is, right, I think that James could really get to a good place. But I mean, like, the problem is life, right? But like, I see that jump in control. Is there any comments that you have for James?
Yeah, we have seen him improve over time. I think I would have liked to see more of the minis that you painted, because I'm pretty sure this was not all of it.
There's the Star Wars ones here as well.
Like the other stuff. I think there was others on top of
it. Might have just been at the very tail end of last year that he got the other ones done.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I think like he didn't get as much done as he wanted this year.
Oh, maybe. All right.
So, but I mean, life does get in the way, and it is. I know that feeling, but yeah, I just want to say, James, I really think that you can push yourself and get there. And from what I've seen, you have improved 100% from where you were when you started out.
Plus the Star Wars one is a pretty big project that you were working on as well.
Yeah, he does lots of really big projects. Because like when I see stuff like this, or when I see him do, it's not Marvel Crisis Protocol, is it?
Yeah.
Oh no, the board games I think are Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Like, when you see him do those and he just sort of speeds through them, I'm like, yeah, whatever, because they're board game models.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah. So,
like 200 or
but
something.
I think this was really cool. And yeah, I think you can really push yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So, next up, we have myself. All right. I should read it out. With him done, that's all that needed to be done now. So all that needs to be done is to make up stuff so they can be transported easily, which is mostly done up, but we got magnets from Temu and that's caused problems because they're not strong enough, essentially. In the true Warhammer way, he is completely over the top. Lots of little references, using bits from 3 different systems, fur, feathers, and more. I'm very proud of how he turned out.
Mm-hmm.
So here's all of them together. And then here he is. Looking absolutely ridiculous. Like completely over the top. Like this thing goes so high, doesn't it?
It does. I kept telling you, like, I think you need to stop with the flourishes.
Yeah, like look how tall it is.
Yeah, it's
here.
as tall as the flying guys.
It's taller even.
And you wanted to put chains and skulls on that thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, please stop. Please stop.
Well, you wanted me to not do lots of things.
I didn't want you to put that huge statue there. Like, I wanted you to cut that further in half and put that on there because he's taken up so much dang space.
I really like the back view sort of thing because I think he looks just like
like can you imagine him walking through the forest, honey? He's going to grab and get trapped in so many tree branches.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're like Warhammer Warhammer guys in the art are so over the top, aren't they? Like if you take a look at like the artworks by John Blanche, I think they're so over the top.
I do think that he looks like the epitome of, you know, what you would see in the classic Midsummer Night's Dream. You know, like something from that play. Like, you know, it's very Oberon, Titania.
Yeah. Well,
that kind of fantasy.
Well, what I also like is this little guy on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Which has been shaved off from a Blood Bowl ball. Like I spent so long shaving him off, and then when I glued him, it wasn't quite right, but because he's pointing down instead of pointing ahead, but so now his head sort of faces slightly down. Like, what's down there, little buddy?
It's another wisp. Okay, follow that guy. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, like he's just the
head turned out pretty good.
The way these two are looking, and what I really love is the magnificence of
Big bird.
The bird's crest.
Oh, yes.
Do we have a decent shot of that? I'll see. Yeah, like it looks really regal the way the hair sort of curls around, like.
And the chest
maybe
hair.
It's Maybelline.
The chest
yeah,
hair
like right here. Look at it.
Blush. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Look at this. Such a manly crow bird.
Yeah, it's just. It's so over the top, all of it.
Yeah, they do look like legit fairies. Like if we turn the Stormcast into fairies, like this.
Oh, well, not like just into fairies, but into the Fae folk.
Yeah, the Fae folk. That's
like
what I meant.
Specifically, the Irish Fae folk, where it's like, or the Welsh Fae folk, where it's like, oh, by the way, you peeved off the fairies. Now you're gonna die in the most horrible ways that you can imagine. But yeah, I was pretty happy with it. All right, so next up we have Drake Scott.
Sliding in last minute, but here is my 2025. Had a number of issues this year, but painting always helps me feel a bit better when my health lets me.
So Drake Scott is one of our newer members, so we don't have as many memories with this one, and that's a little disappointing, you know. But I mean, he just joined recently, so we can't have memories of somebody who we just met. But I have to say, of all of them, this
That
one
really
is the one that sort of left the biggest impression on me.
I also like the crab.
You like the crab?
I love that claw. The claw is so delicious, and I like him because a crab is like my favorite. I love crab. I love lobsters. I also happen to like scallops. So if anyone wants to send me a seafood basket, it will not be rejected. It will be very cherished.
I have a feeling
it will go straight to my belly.
That there's
adoration.
going to be a request for something this year.
Crab puffs?
Well, I was thinking after this program that somebody's going to request something, but it's all right. We'll see how we go.
Crab puffs.
We'll see how we go. But yeah, Drake, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with us this year.
And maybe a new album to go with everything.
What do you mean? Oh, you are the worst. I didn't even read out Larry's post.
I don't even know what's the lyrics.
I don't know. I don't know anything, okay? I don't listen to Drake. I don't listen to Taylor Swift. Just go and read Larry's comment. Read Larry's comment, you terrible person, you.
Setting back up for painting. Decided to play a little with the paints my folks got me, which was very nice.
Oh, nice.
It was very nice, yes. Use dark green and orange on the bug at the foot of a Capton I started a couple years ago. Those colors will work great for the rest of the hive when I get around to it. Tried those and some other colors on test bot there. Cobalt blue on the body and the blue on the arm. Work really well together. I'll use them for marines later. Orange and dark green on the back, yellow on the front side, and a stripe of violet. Yeah, that's
well, you know,
Bubble says.
You know, I'm a little jealous of you because my parents don't know what to get me. One time I was given
socks.
No, see, socks is actually decent. Do you remember when we were given the loose batteries?
Yes, it was a bar of soap
and some loose
batteries.
So,
it was quite yeah.
I think that was that your first Christmas?
It was.
And I think that was a bit of an enlightening moment.
It was forever burned into my brain.
Well, because I tried to explain things to you. I explained a lot of things to you that year, and you're like...
I was excited for freaking Christmas.
And you're like...
I never got to celebrate.
And you're like, Henry, you're exaggerating.
Yes, I
did
say
this. This is not what's going to happen. And then several times that year, that happened exactly as I explained it. And you're just like... So, I'm glad you've got folks who know who you are.
At least this year, we did receive a nice...
Yes, we did. We got some photos, which was nice.
Which was very good.
Alright, so next up we've got Marvel level painting.
My level, honey. Year in review here. While I got a lot painted in the first half of the year, I did not get a ton done in the second half. 2026 will be a learning curve in how much I can get done overall, but I have good hopes for hobby productivity in this new year. Yeah. I do wonder, what became of that little flower nid.
The flower nid.
Yeah, the flower nid.
Well, he's still being worked on, but I think the thing that I enjoyed the most is seeing the Mortarian come to life.
Mm.
And I also really enjoyed seeing... I've forgotten his name.
It's a slan.
Yeah, I know it's a slan, but he's got a specific name. Skeleton Slan Man! I really enjoyed seeing these two come to life. And, it's really interesting watching somebody push themselves trying to get to that next level.
Yeah.
You know, because I've struggled with painting. Like, who hasn't? Like, it's so hard some of the times when you're at that level and you're just trying to get through to the next step. But what I've found is, right, because like this I think is the most heartbreaking of all of the prizes, bronze. And I'm not saying it's bad, right? But I'm saying it's the most heartbreaking for a specific reason, right? If you're silver, right, you're the runner up, right? So like people are saying you are definitely in contention, right? You are like, and some of the times you're silver by a long way, some of the times you're silver by a hair, right? But you're never bronze by a hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it was a really good model.
Yeah, no, it's a great model.
Yeah.
And see, like, when you're at that position, and like, I've felt very jilted in some competitions because I think that we've shown a higher level of technical skill, but just because something is literally brighter, other people have won because it's based off votes off the street.
Yeah, and like what catches your eye.
Yeah, rather than technical skill.
Or creativity.
Yeah. And so with that, you know, like the thing is, I'm really rooting for you, man.
Yeah.
I think Sonny wants me to move on.
Well, I mean, I'm also rooting for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to see you progress because I think you definitely can make it. Because this one especially, like I liked seeing this one evolve, but I think with this one especially, it's just like that bit where you're almost there. And yeah, like I think that you're almost there, and with a little bit of pushing, you can go far.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up, we have Ryan.
My year in review is taken from my Instagram, #top92025 from my IG. Okay, look, he has written the things. Okay, 1 is a test color scheme I did for my World Eaters Army. The post was shared by the Grimdark Compendium, hence the crazy number of likes for me. Really enjoyed the chipping work and corrosion both right. I'm very happy that your favorite peoples, Ryan, has featured you. Oh yeah. Number 2 is a winning diorama piece I put together for a small competition for plus some things are best left forgotten plus blog. Loved working on these third printed, I think you meant to say 3D printed carcharodons.
It was probably what is it called? Spell check strikes again.
Yeah, also made use of my, I think you meant to say first Celestine statue I did following L Miniatures.
Ah, yeah. See, it's right here in the background.
I made use of my Saint Celestine statue. That's right. Yeah, I love that tutorial. I posted it on our server. Okay, number 3. Another play with composition and photography with an eBay rescue Mark III. Horus Heresy Marine for a post about the War of the False Primarch. Really loved leaning into the lore side of things. 4. This was a Death Shroud Terminator proxy I worked on for a Nurgle-themed warband for a game of 1-page rule Grimdark Future Fight skirmish game. Great fun, kit bash, and modeling this one. 5 is my Black Orc War Boss I put together for Orktober this year. 6 are my Mutated Plague.
Just on this one, this one is probably the one that meant the most to me of your ones, because I remember us like putting this one into black and white And then when you made the changes, and it was just so dramatic, those changes, right? And what I really enjoyed was seeing us actually have an impact and actually improve something.
Yeah, like we kept you in mind when we were doing our Grimdark project.
We very much did. We're just like
gotta make it look like Ryan's thing.
Well, yeah, like, because one of the things that we remembered was very much this guy right here, these two in particular. Because we wanted to make sure that the heads were the focus, purely based off when you were doing your grimdark work. Because I remember this, and then like when you came in with these ones, it was like, yeah, guys, lesson learned. Look at these guys, and like these still look grimdark as hell, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, nobody would look at this and be like, oh, it's not very grimdark, blah, 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 blah. Right? Like, they'd still think that this is grimdark as hell.
Oh.
But like, even like this guy over here, just with that accent of green, it pulls your focus.
Yeah.
And I think this and these guys are what meant the most to us, because we actually echoed it with what we did. We actually...
Like, we learn a lot from you guys.
Yeah.
I know some of you, every time we ask you guys to come onto the review and say, like, you know, I'm nowhere near as good as you guys, or I'm nowhere near as good as some of these people to make a comment. But, you know, take a look at how much we're learning from everyone. There's sometimes you could be a noob, or maybe you feel you don't paint so great, but you made some new fascinating discovery by mixing, I don't know, maybe pigment powder with airbrush medium for some weird reason. And you found some very interesting use for it. We're going to keep that at the back of our mind and be like, maybe there's a project. Oh, remember that guy? He did that thing. Let's go look for it.
Or,
you know?
Or like, we'll go, all right, they did something like that and it didn't quite work, but maybe if we just do this little twist.
Yeah, like, you know, that's kind of the whole point of WAYPN, is so that we can learn from each other. Even the professionals learning from the noobs, because the noobs are usually getting creative and experimenting on something and doing things that they're not meant to do because they didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know. The veterans were probably like, buddy, you're not supposed to do that. And they're just like,
that's what we talk about now, upcoming episodes.
Because you didn't know to do that, you came up with some new discovery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe we should do that.
All right. We'll move on, because otherwise we'll be here the whole time.
All right. Now we see the Joseph and his screaming antelope. It's, well, apparently a nucalope. Set is now finished. Gotta welcome both versions of the parish.
It's a variation on the screaming antelope.
I love the skin. Look at the side profile. It's so high definition. I love it. It's very well done. It's the kind of skin that I think looks very similar to our rats.
Oh, yeah?
I'm very pleased with our rats, the rat ogres in specifics. I thought I did a good job with those ones. I thought, pig. Oh, no. This is just Rumble making jokes, but yes. I think it's very high definition. I would say it's a character level model. Very well done. Very well done.
I think that some very simple techniques plus just matte varnish have really set that thing together. Because do you remember how glossy it was before?
Yeah, it was very glossy, yeah.
And just by doing that matte varnish...
maybe he layered some paint on top.
No, I think it's just the varnish, because he said it's all ready for the varnishing step, and now that the varnish is done, it's something else. And I think that was what it was. Just,
I see.
And that's something to remember, guys, that will really change things. But then we have
Titty McGee.
We have Dispatch Lady with with
googly eyes.
Ah, yes, Joseph.
Well, Joseph says that the skin looks good in real life, but the camera has turned on him. I do not know because the face looked really sort of not as blended as it could have. Yeah.
Well, I do think that the dress has worked out really well with the gooness of this and the gooness of the dress.
And I like the metallics.
Oh yeah, the metallics have come out great.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the contrast. Really,
yeah.
Really nicely done, Joseph.
And
this screaming old man. I don't know what he's screaming about, but old men tend to scream. That's what he's doing.
Is that a comment about me? Is this what you're trying to subtly tell me?
It's true. You're always yelling at yourself.
Yes, I will yell at myself a lot, but not as much at other people.
Oh, I love the cape. Love the cape. Gorm uniform, very nice. I like it.
I think the teeth have come out great.
I know, it's such a weird thing to look at these, like the Gorm armor with the teeth everywhere. It's so funny.
Not funny, haha, though.
I mean, look at those Gorm shoes. I mean...
Are these Gorm shoes?
Those Gorm shoes and Gorm pants.
Oh, this has come up really nice.
This one looks like she came out of an anime.
Yeah, it does.
Anime, like, wow. I love the hair.
But she looks almost pregnant, though. Well,
they are meant to be very bountiful women. Look at that. Look at the tushy. Tushy very bounty. Okay, they store food in their bums. Okay, and maybe their titties. That's how they get around and not die.
You know what? We should just clip this for the shorts and just go, listen, you want to be on WAYPN reviews just for what Sunny says. It's like...
Oh, well, yeah. No, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. No, yeah.
Sometimes she looks pregnant. Well, they store... Jesus H. Christ, why are you like this?
Well, that's what it means, honey. That's what it means.
You know, it's so disappointing going from her to him. And I'm not saying that this is this is a bad paint job, but like she's so sort of like
heroic.
Yeah, like main cover video game sort of like manga sort of thing. Like this is and like there'd be some monster in the foreground, slightly blurred, where she's the focus, right? And then like this guy, he looks like fantasy bad guy number 7.
Fantasy bad guy number 7.
Well, like it's true, right? Like you take a look at him with the blood shield and all of this sort of thing.
Edgelord.
Yeah, he's
and he's got an idiot hair curl at the top.
Yeah. I'm not saying that the paint job is bad at all. I think the paint job is good, but I think without that skin to contrast, like she has, right? Like.
I don't know. He's got the contrast, but I think it just doesn't quite stand out with all that armor.
And he's doing up the pariahs.
Oh, he's doing the pariahs. RJ has done the pariah.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yes.
He was all about the tushy as well.
All right. Well, we will move on.
And the armored dong. That was part of it as well. Okay, we have Andy. And my first finished miniature of 2026, helped by starting it in 2025, I guess. Pleased with how this has turned out and the overall feel to it. I've had to do some minor repairs, like making a new end for the rapier after I dropped it. But I think it looks okay. Not yet sure what my goals are for hobby in 2026, but hopefully we'll keep progressing.
So I think that the skin is looking quite good, but I think like it's really hard to get like depth when it's a very shallow female model. Like, so I think with male models it's a lot easier because either you have these ridiculous pectoral muscles and biceps and that sort of thing, right, to work with, or you have the sort of grotesque layers of fat, and you can work a lot with that. But with this, it's very, like, despite the sort of fantasy-esque pose and that sort of thing, this could be a real person.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right? Like, it's, like, none of the
this was, like, more like circus. I thought this.
Yeah, but that's kind of my point, right? Like, this could be a real person, right? Like, a person that you meet on the street. Maybe they're not wearing this. But
I don't know. There's some pretty weird people wearing weird stuff.
Oh, we're not going to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. So your comments on the paint job?
Yeah, I think it all turned out really well. I love the skirt, but I think there's not enough contrast between the hair and the skin. Other than that, I think you've done pretty well for yourself here. I really love the stone monument. That came out very nice.
Yeah, I think the problem is, like, being happy being done is one thing, and then, like, pushing yourself is another. If you want to be done, this is fantastic. This is absolutely great. This is hit the mark. And I think that's some of the problem that I have with Andy's work, right? I'm not 100% sure where he's aiming. Like, is he aiming for character level? Is he aiming to push himself? This sort of thing. But yeah, like, I think that would help us a lot, Andy, if we knew
what you were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of says this one needed a cool background. Yeah, it feels very lackluster and out of context because it's like, why is she posed in such a way? And why is she hanging from a singular pillar?
Well, it does feel like very much like Frank Frazetta.
Is that? Not know.
Give me a sec. Frank Frazetta.
Is he an artist?
Oh yeah, you will recognize him immediately. So here, like,
these look like old fantasy book covers or something.
Yeah. This will be covered up by Thingamabob, but yeah. Come on. Yep, here we go. So I'm just gonna go to the OBS and take down the chat for a second. So that's Frank Frazetta. Like this right here.
It is very cool.
Yeah, but it's got a very sort of specific tone to it. Yeah, like this is what he's very sort of well known for. Like, everybody is heroic in it. Like, all of the women are very attractive. All of the men are super muscled. And, like, even if there's, like, different types of men, like, there's, like, the really sort of Schwarzenegger men, or there might be, like, sort of acrobatic men. They're always sort of, like, peak. Like, for example, this guy right here compared to the previous one, not nearly as muscled, but, like, still that sort of, like...
The competency comes through.
Yeah, well, like, you want to be the people in the pictures.
Yeah.
That's how he sort of presents things.
Yeah.
Like, always very heroic. But yeah, I'll bring the chat back up and go, like, yeah, it feels like it wants that sort of two moons in the background.
Jack has apparently met both of his sons.
Oh, that's very cool.
Wow.
Alright, so next up we've got Karl Vanoni.
And the big pork comes for you. He's very pink, a little pink piggy.
I liked, I think Larry left a comment somewhere, or somebody did.
No.
I was sure with, it might be on the server where it says fresh meat. What a treat!
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, because he feels a lot like the butcher from Diablo.
Ah, well, definitely very butcher.
Yeah, because he. I just wish he was a bit more in focus, but he does seem very pink. Is my only.
He's
thing.
very oink oink, oink oink.
I do think it's a good paint job, though.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I don't
very
think.
characterful little pig butcher. Yeah, man. Let's make a bacon out of you.
Is there anything that you want to say about it?
No, it's pretty classic, I think. Like,
Yeah.
everything's readable, which is good. Which is not a very classic Calvin or anything to do, but I think he's improving and he's showing his improvement.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to see that. And I'm very keen to see more from Cal.
Yeah, I think it's a great sculpt and a good paint job. Next up, we've got more from RJ.
Commission progress. Most things are just base coated, with some things getting some sketching done, but no refining yet. I mean, look at the colors.
Yeah, no, so, okay, so here is what I'm talking about,
I just
right?
had to say, it looks like the snakes from the gummies that we like to get. The snakes.
Oh,
Like, the color looks just like that green snake.
But, so, see right in the eye, right? The iris is an hourglass.
Ah.
It's like very sort of Disney-esque, and this is what I'm talking about.
Very
Look at
Spyro. That's what I thought it looked.
Spyro.
Spyro. Like, if you can look it up, it's a game about like dragons and stuff. If you look it up.
Do you mean Spyro?
Spyro. Sorry. Spyro.
Spyro. Yeah, no, I know the one. Do you know this is actually an Australian game?
Is it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah. You know the person that does the art for this game is the artist that I really followed for really a good while. I really
But
like
yeah,
his work.
like, because like, let's say that you're looking on this side, right? It's like very sort of classic sort of fantasy, like there's this Scar and all of this sort of thing, right? And like the crystals are done in a particular way, right? And I sort of can get this feel, but then once we switch from this side over to this side, it's like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It does.
And I'm not saying that he's painting badly
It's just
at
sculpt.
all. Yeah, no, and it's I almost feel like his talents are wasted. But I mean, like, that is the way that it is with commission. Some of the times you're like, all right, you want me to paint this? Are you sure? Yes.
Hey,
okay.
It's still a really well painted model.
Oh, it's
and
fantastically
I think
painted.
it because it's so well painted. I think it makes up for the yuck.
Well, no, see, like, that's why I'm sort of like, ah, like it's so well painted.
Yeah.
And that's where my frustration
I like
comes.
this little demon girl.
Yeah,
nice.
I think she's meant to be a tiefling.
A tiefling. I know. Coming together, nice base coats. I
Yeah.
like the base is done pretty nicely. Like the whatever's on the base there.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
I would say another sort of tiefling.
Tiefling. Is this supposed to be? Oh, he's got one wing.
Yeah, so the whole thing is that they show demonic ancestry, but like it doesn't necessarily mean that it's functional. Like, so some of the times they'll have a tail, right?
But yeah,
it just sort of hangs limp. Or some of the times,
they can't use it at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Or some of the times it will have a mind of its own. Like I know, one person who I talked to, they said that they had a kleptomaniac tail.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
But yeah, so because
look at this. Wow.
Yeah, I'm almost certain they're all meant to be tieflings.
Is she supposed to like a singer?
Or it might be a genocide.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it.
Like that's basically, you know how I said tieflings have like demonic ancestry, so this would be water elemental ancestry. So like for example from a water genie or something like that.
Water genie, my gosh.
You know, so like they're mostly base humans, but like they've got, so this is sort of like planescape sort of stuff. Well, at least that's the way that it looks to me. And yeah, I'd agree
really
with
nice.
Iskander. Like the colors are absolutely fantastic.
Very poppin'.
Okay.
Pop a lock and...
Up. Here we go.
That sword still looks like it's moving. Like, well, how's he doing that?
He's cheating. Cheating.
He's purposely not taking it in focus.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why it looks so good. Jay.
Yeah, like it doesn't look any better over here or anything. But
man, like I wanna know how he did this thing, man. It's real good.
It is very, very good. Maybe he will share his secrets. All right, yes,
I know him
I think
to be
that's
a
enough
man.
gawking for us. All right, so next up, it's myself. Okay, I will read it.
Oh my god, it's so long, honey.
Oh right, okay. Well, actually, you could do some reading of this one. So that's Skaven Tide done. So Sunny managed to do that photo stitching technique for the Skaven, but not for the Stormcast. So it's easy to see the difference because we couldn't get the camera in the right angle consistently, or someone didn't have the patience for a tripod.
Yeah, I kept trying to make that thing work, man. It wasn't working out until today. So
but for those of you interested in Games Workshop's photo taking process, photo stitching, or just taking better photos, basically it's when you want everything to be in focus. So I'm sure Sangeetha could explain it better, but currently she is next to me working on a video. So here is the basic version. Tag Sunny if you want a more full explanation.
Wow.
And I'll leave you for the next two paragraphs. Because look how everything is in focus here,
yes. Whenever you take a photo, something will remain out of focus. This is due to the camera's function called fuzzy logic, where they pick a point and they go, that's what you want to focus on. However, with miniature, we have a lot of very small details, and at most, you have 3 to 5 seconds of someone's attention when they look at something on social media most of the time. So you want everyone to see the results instantly. So what you do is when you have a digital camera, including a phone camera, you select different areas for the camera to focus on. Then what you do is layer those images one over each other perfectly. That's why it's really important to have stability. Once you have these photos, you import them into a photo editing software such as Photoshop. Some will have the photo stitching feature, but if they don't, this is the basic explanation. The software will stitch everything together for you. However, here is what it is basically doing. What you do is put different areas as the front, so you will erase sections of the front photo and other photos. And since they're all from the same position, it won't matter since the other photos are showing through. We hope this helps you learn. I did not understand that last sentence, honey.
What do you mean?
Because you put different areas and it'll erase other sections, but which sections you do not say. It is just going to take all the parts that is in focus from all the different pictures that you've taken, and it'll just stitch those together to create one fully focused image. And I will just spill the beans here for you guys. I watched Rogue Hobby's video on how to do this.
Jack was actually talking about that.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I followed how to do it. It is so easy. Like, honestly, it's so easy because it already comes with the feature to do it. All you have to do is make sure that, you put your camera on a tripod. And if you can, put the camera on a timer mode so you're not touching the camera. And it's exactly still and at exactly the same angle every time, just changing the focal points. And that's how you make it work.
I just want to say I love this guy right here.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, my dude. Well, it's Friday, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, because you see all of these other ones, this one's like,
well, the hairy boy.
Yeah, and there's
the front is also doing the same pose. The one that looks like a werewolf.
Oh, this guy.
Now there he is.
Yeah, but I love this guy because you can't see his face and it's all melted and stuff, and he's just climbing up on a semi-fallen tree and just he's just got all of this passion, and everybody this guy's strike a cool pose, and he's just
I'm the leader of this lot,
and he's just there screaming, and I bet there's somebody thinking, I want to follow Screamer Guy, not the guy trying to look cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have a feeling that he's going to
charisma.
do more, you know?
Yeah, he's more motivated.
Yeah, alright. So we will move on to our final post. Okay.
We have Jean. Worked on some zombies for Stargrave. Hoped to have them done by 31st December, but life got in the way.
That's totally cool, man. I think they're looking good.
They look real. Yeah, they do look like zombies, actually.
Well, what I like is that they look like their clothes are mostly intact. I think you could add a few gore effects once you're completely done. But, like, make it, like, quite sort of, not too over the top, just quite simple.
Yeah.
And I think that would help a lot because I think one of the issues is that a lot of the times people go quite over the top. Like this guy right here could be really good, just having some stuff coming down from his face. It's like the triad in The Simpsons. What?
That one guy who hasn't done anything yet and Homer wants to see what he does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, I think they're all looking great.
Yeah, I think you're getting better and better at it.
Yeah.
You know, like I know you sometimes will take a look at Iskandar's work or whoever and be like, they're so good at doing.
Okay.
And like they're doing a particular level of painting, right? There's this particular level they're trying to reach, and you're trying to do for your own enjoyment for the tabletop. So it's not fair to compare to those guys, you know. And I think you're doing very well, and your dioramas are really good. You know, everyone's got their strengths. So I think you're doing very well with these Stargrave minis. I quite like them actually. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they all have a good sort of zombie look. I guess the only thing I would say is giving the clothes a bit of a zombie feel as well, because like the clothes are very clean. So if you can dirty them up somehow, I think that will really sell the zombie effect.
Alright, so there's just one thing that I wanted to end on. So just so you know, guys, my end of year review is not as happy-go-lucky as you might think it is, because we've had a lot of challenges this year, and do I get to see votes? It's just one
vote.
Oh no, 3 votes.
3 votes. Okay.
So I will just double check on the thing to see how many people we have concurrently. We've got 8 people currently on the thing. Usually I don't look at this side of things because I don't think it particularly helps anyone, because we like to focus on just you guys, right? But if we get 5 votes, that'll be enough for me, because I think like not everyone can vote. How do we update it? How do I see?
I guess you just refresh.
It says a minute ago. But yeah. So basically the thing is with that, there's a lot in this one, and I just want you guys to be sure if we're going to go through that one, because yeah, it is very much from the heart. It's true. We did meet Rumble in person. I mean, we'd love to meet more of you guys in person. We really would, because I think it means a lot to us. But I'll just do some more checks, and because Sunny's read the whole thing, and it is a bit more intense than you guys might be expecting, so I'm just gonna check on the back end. Yeah, okay, we got the full 5 votes. Well, alright. Don't say I didn't warn you. There's a bit to it. Yeah. So, what do you think, Sonny? Should I read it out? Cause
well, do we have the votes? I will have to see.
we do have the 5 votes.
5 votes. Well, I guess people want. Rumble says he's changing his vote to no, which is a fake no. We all know that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna undo the belt, get comfortable, because we're gonna have to be comfortable for this one because I wrote a lot of words.
A lot of words, everybody.
A year in review. Hashtag a year in review. This is going to be a long one and a language warning because this one comes from the heart. Today I realized how many ups and downs we had this year. This won't be the usual kind of post from me, and to be honest, it might be a bit sad in some places. Probably not the smartest thing for me to post, but I've always leaned more towards honesty than polish. So here's my year in review. Top left, Big Bird. To start the year, it was a bit melancholic as we finished off Big Bird. As I've said in this video here, the model we started the year before, and I really don't like that it took us this long to finish it. We had a lot prepped that year, especially because Sonny was going to hospital. Still, finishing this piece made me realize just how much of myself I pour into these models. On the YouTube side, it was a sharp reminder that the internet is still crawling with arseholes. Some guy hopped on over from shorts because I disagreed with him on something unrelated and dropped a comment like, "You're fucking crazy. People should use this as proof to lock you up. Go fuck yourself and your submissive girlfriend too." Ah yes, the internet, a place filled with love and joy. For anyone wondering why men don't open up more, this is why. Top center, The Executioners. This one is almost the complete opposite. We had a member commission us to do The Executioners, and it came at a bittersweet time because we had been phased out of a group project where we were meant to be talking about the Badab Wars. And if you know anything about the channel, you know how much we love that era. That person also stopped talking to us this year. I thought they were a friend. That was the person we were meant to be doing the project with. But this project and this member were great. They wanted us to do The Executioners, and they wanted them done at character level. And that was tricky because how do you give character to something that is basically steel and gold? And more importantly, how do you make them look beaten? And we did. The results speak for themselves. They came out absolutely amazing, and I think it was a real tour de force in terms of showing what we can do. I really enjoyed the end result, even though there were definitely some issues here and there. And the cherry on top, a members video where Jordan Peterson himself reviews them and ends up crying his eyes out. Fantastic that a celebrity would take time to look at our miniatures. If you guys have seen the members only video, you know exactly.
You have to go watch the members only videos. You gotta go watch. They're all very good. Very good.
I think I had a bit too much fun with that one.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Having fun.
Top right, the Great Unclean one. This one is where things really started to pick up. We took way too fucking long to get from Big Bird to this guy. The gaps in between projects was ridiculous, but he came out amazing. It took a lot less time than the Bird, comparatively from start to finish, and I absolutely love what I pulled off. Stuff like using underpainting for way more than just setting values, pushing effects and textures hard, creating that 3D pop purely with paint, Those skulls in the sword with the purple and the green, I was really proud of it. There was so much that we did on him that just worked. I loved it. I absolutely loved the result. The client was really happy too, and ended up giving us a ton more work. They gave us Scarbrand and the Big Bird. They in fact gave us a whole box full of stuff.
Yeah, there was Scarbrand, another Big Bird, and then there was the Keeper of Secrets.
Yeah. Is it Keeper of Secrets or is it the new version?
Just Keeper of Secrets.
You sure it's not the winger? Sorry, the one with the eyes. Yeah, we got two of those, and we also got the Necron. I was about to call them Primarchs because it's Primarch next. But they're not Primarchs. They're Necron shards.
The Satan.
Yeah, the Satan. Okay, that was a big moment for me. It made me realize that we can make it as commission artists. We just have to get a lot more done. And honestly, that part's on me. And it really is, because like this week I should have gotten more done, but unfortunately, the client that we have with, well, I shouldn't say a client because it's not a commission job technically. With the Scaventide stuff it's
a friend client.
Yeah, it's having a bit of a hard time, and so we've just been talking with them more and doing some little extra flourishes here and there.
And I think it'll make them very happy.
I hope it will.
And I think maybe it'll reduce the level of stress, hopefully.
Yeah. And I think also us working on the Scaventide video has really taken quite a bit of our time. Obviously, yours more than mine, but I have... Yeah. Alright. Next is the...
It's quite great, because I'm almost done with that third video.
Yeah, I know, which is fantastic.
Like three videos edited in a week is not bad, actually.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Center left, the Primarch. This Primarch was a long time coming. I think we started him 2 years ago. The client had paid for half and then wanted me to move on to other things. Finishing it made me really fucking happy, mostly because I'd been quite worried about that friend for ages. It hit me again. A lot of people we do commissions for stop being just clients. They turn into proper friends. This year has been packed with ups and downs. The bad moments make the good ones shine brighter. When people turn their backs on you, the ones who stick around and believe in you become everything. And I'm damn glad for the friends we've got, because my friends, they're the fucking best. And yeah, that's it. They're the fucking best, man, because I don't think we could keep going without the friends that we have. The center.
I like our friends.
Me too. The center. The Thunderhawk. The Thunderhawk gunship was our biggest commission ever, and I have to say we really put the work in. We actually took time off YouTube to focus on this, and of all of the things I might regret, this isn't one of them. Sunny absolutely showed off her freehand skills here, and I think I did more technical work on this than I have ever done before. One of the things that surprised me the most was the sheer volume of it. I know, it's one of the biggest Warhammer models ever, but most of the difficulty didn't come from the painting. It came from the assembly and all of the problems that came with that. But there was just so much of it, so much to do. However, the details were incredible. Honestly, fantastic. This is close to the pinnacle of model design for me. It has the right amount of open spaces and the right amount of detail, and I am genuinely grateful I got the chance to work on it. I'm even more grateful that the person I made this for truly appreciates the artistry and the time that went into it. I can't say it enough. I'm grateful for the clients we had this year. They make our lives possible, and every single one of them has shown me that your art can be appreciated. Center right. Logan. Once again, this was another commission from a member. But This one let me see something completely different. It was another genuinely great experience with this client. I really enjoyed our conversations. What stuck with me most is when they finally got it. And that's probably the closest we'll get to political here, just letting everybody know that every country has the right to decide things for themselves. We had a bit of trouble getting it to them because of the tariffs. But once it finally arrived, they said something that really stuck with me. They told me they were grinning from ear to ear, looking at it. I didn't see it, but I could hear it. And honestly, it really made my day. It felt as if, yeah, I'm doing something good. We spend tens of hours on these models and sometimes hundreds between Sunny and I. And moments like that are what make things matter. This one also helped me realize something else. This is probably the closest we've come to a straight heavy metal style. I think it actually looks better than the studio version. I'm not knocking the studio. They have to paint the way that their superiors tell them to. But I loved what I was able to do with this piece. The axe, the true metallic metal, even the brass shell on the ground. It was a fantastic experience painting this and working with this client. So, next up we've got bottom left, Teikoku Diaries Samurai. This next one was part of a much more personal project, and it makes me realize how far we've come as an artist. This was part of our Teikoku Diaries. I digitally kit bashed this model. There's nothing else like it. This model exists because I made it. I didn't make any of the parts, but I made this model. And honestly, this is where I realized the power of community. The people at Anvil Industries are absolutely fantastic. And when I say the people, I mean the people, not just the creators, but the community they've built. So many of them took time out of this year to teach me how to do things in 3D. They didn't have to. I'm not some big YouTuber over there. I'm just Henry. That's it. And yet they took time out of their busy lives when everyone is already tired, stretched thin, to learn, to help me learn. And honestly, I'm a bit of a dumbass when it comes to the 3D side of things. Sonny can attest to that, can't you?
Oh my god. The live stream, the Blender live stream. It was quite funny actually. But, you were in pain.
But because of them, I made something truly unique. Something no one else has. And then when somebody incredibly talented came over to my house and saw it, they went, "What do you mean you're not that good? Look at the model you made, mate. Look at the fans. Look at the fans, mate." These are some actual lines.
Oh yes.
From that person.
Yes.
They may have said a few more choice words than that.
Do they have a really sick moustache?
Yeah, I'd say just beard overall.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, they know who they are, and we still have your beer here. Because while it's easy to look at what you do and think it's not that great, and the internet is full of people who are ready to tell you that you're not that great, there are also creators, communities, and people out there
Australia man
doing
you.
the exact opposite. Yes, Australia man did visit me. Alright, bottom center, the battlefield. This one was interesting. I went back and forth whether to include the Skaven Tide project here. But in the end, I did this because it was a moment where I chose to have fun with a YouTube project. And it was fun. It was one of those rare moments where Sonny and I got to feel like kids again. But at the same...
Except for swimming. That's another place where we feel like kids again. Swimming.
Well, you say that I'm a kid when I get into the water.
For some reason, I can't catch you in the water.
Yeah, it's true.
You swim very fast.
Okay, but at the same time, it also showed me how much has already been done in this space. When you're making something like this, you quickly realize how hard you have to push to do something that feels new. I think we made something exciting and genuinely enjoyable, even if it didn't land in the way we hoped on YouTube. Still, I don't regret it at all. Okay, maybe the number of views a little. And finally, this one is the part where I was like, I'm not even sure I should include this, but we're here now. The bottom right. Understanding red. Okay. This was us trying to return to our roots and make something truly for YouTube. A piece focused on color theory and psychology, just like we used to do. Just like the people said they joined us for. This year we had 7,171 views. And yeah, I checked the back end. But the video we poured ourselves into here, it landed at 1,494 views. I spent about 2 weeks researching it. One of the biggest criticisms we've had in the past is that we used AI art or we just made things up. I used academic sources, cited research, and tried to show this wasn't just made up. There's real science behind how color works and why it affects us the way it does. I think the reason this hurt was we recommended another creator because we generally liked what they were doing. Then they released a video tearing into color psychology and theory, literally a week after we'd recommended them, including shot-for-shot moments that mirrored the things we already done. I'm not going to name names. However, you can see the people we recommend through posts and see who it was. The worst part was his video was much more successful. So yeah, a huge amount of time and care went into this video. Yet our biggest performer this year was What is Scale Creep? A short we didn't even make this year. It pulled in over 1 million views. 741,546 were gained this year. And it made more money than the long form by a ridiculous margin, even though shorts is garbage for revenue. That's the reality of YouTube. Effort doesn't equal success. It's a gambler's platform. And the reason I'm being honest about this is because the video mattered to me. Ever since we first touched color psychology, I wanted to go deeper. I genuinely believed this stuff helps people. It gives them language, confidence, and a better understanding of why things work. Even if someone already knew it, maybe we helped them feel it differently. But the content that spreads the furthest is rarely the content that teaches the most. And while we know how to play the game, post often, keep things lighter, chase the algorithm, that's not who we want to be. That's not who I want to be. I want to make things that mean something. I want people to finish a video and feel like they've learned something or felt seen. or felt inspired to create. I want to make art that matters. And the hard truth is that what makes money, what helps people, and what your soul wants to make are often three very different things. If you've made it this far, thank you. I don't usually share this much. I know I can overshare. But if there's anywhere it feels okay to do it, it's here. This year was a lot. Keep those brushes wet. So yeah, that's why I didn't post that one, because yeah.
Thank you everyone who stuck around to listen to Henry's year in review. Real post.
Yeah, well, it did mean a lot to me, and it means a lot that you guys stayed to listen. Thanks, Iskander. Because with this, the thing is that I think often with our years in review, often with our Facebook posts, with all of this sort of thing, we tend to only focus on the positive to hide our hurt, to hide how we really feel. And as you can see, there's definitely ups. We worked on commissions I never thought possible. Not in my wildest dreams. I never thought that somebody would give me a Warlord Titan. I have 2 boxes in my house that are more expensive than my car.
That's ridiculous.
And the thanks, Penguin. Well done, Rue. But the thing that I sort of wanted to show the most, right, is there are downs, but there are also ups. The center of that picture, right? This is the pinnacle of things, and nobody gets this opportunity by chance. Nobody gets to work on a Thunderhawk gunship at showcase level because they're stuffing around. We have created art, and many years ago I used to say that I'm not an artist, but I love art. I in fact, I'll get what's said on my old Twitter, because that's what I had a quote on it. I'm just getting it right now in the background. It's just loading. Okay, great. You've got an update terms of service. Very good. My name is Karl. I love games. I'm making one. The only thing I love more than games is art. I cannot make art. But I think now that's not the case. I think I very much can, and I'll finally admit to it. Not even GW can afford to work on Thunderhawks. Yeah, that's true.
Too busy spending the money on a new statue outside their...
Hey, don't knock those statues, man. Don't knock those statues. But yeah, so I just... It's okay to have downs so long as you are able to see those ups. And I think you should remember the words given to a king from many moons ago. Words that would make him Happy when he was sad, and sad when he was happy. Those words are, this too will pass. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, your precious time which you can never get back. And as always, keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye.
And Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Have a happy and prosperous New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.